BQ Aquaris X5. The world of budget phones is changing. It's not companies like Sony and Samsung that are taking up the gauntlet thrown down by the Moto G budget trooper, it's the networks. Vodafone offers alarmingly good value phones in the shape of the Smart Prime 6 and Smart Ultra 6, and he had a decent crack with its Harrier phones. But O2 is taking a different track with the BQ Aquaris X5. The handset isn't O2 branded. BQ is a relatively small Spanish producer of phones and other devices, but you get very solid mid-range specs and great stamina from just £9.99 on a £19.50 a month contract. And right now you won't find it anywhere else, in the UK at least. Some free buyers should still check out the Moto G, but the better battery life of the Aquaris makes it a cracking budget pick. Most budget phones are made of plastic, and so are most mid-range ones. The BQ Aquaris X5 is one of the few outliers that isn't, not entirely, anyway. The back of the phone is plastic, but the sides are a nice-looking anodized aluminium. It has a very iPhone-like finish and not too shiny. Of course, your fingers end up caressing the soft touch or ear plastic more than the metal, but the BQ Aquaris X5 is a nice-feeling phone among mid-range mobiles. I used it alongside the Vodafone Smart 6 Ultra for a while, and it makes that phone feel cheap, and look a bit naff. A big plus here is that the BQ Aquaris X5's back plastic doesn't flex, even though this blade is, as usual, a thin film of plastic. Everything seems to be crammed and they're nice and tight. There are no obvious hardware compromises either. You get a microSD card slot, and from the phone's form you'd never guess it packs a pretty impressive 2900 mAh battery. It's a lot thinner than the Moto G, for example, at 7.9mm. Given that the BQ Aquaris X5 comes from a brand most people have never heard of, I find its design pretty impressive. For the detail-obsessed among you, the BQ Aquaris X5 has metal trays for the memory card and nano SIM slots, neat little hardware soft keys and a white front LED notification light. It comes across a bit like a slightly chunkier, less flashy OnePlus X that's meant as a compliment, by the way. The buttons are nicely placed too, with the power button sitting where your thumb naturally rests. With 16GB storage and touches like LED flashes for both the front and back cameras, the BQ Aquaris X5 is among the most feature-packed phones at this price point. However, you don't get some of the flashier stuff seen in top-end phones.